Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today, guys, I thought I'd do some quick TA on MTV. It has been obviously quite interesting to see how MTV has performed up against what has been going on in the crypto space, specifically around Bitcoin having its correction. So if you find this useful, you guys know what to do. Hit the like button. I do appreciate that. If you're new, do subscribe, tap the bell, and you won't miss another update. Right, so let's dive right on into this. Obviously, for our Patreon members, we actually scoped out this whole buy area with the potential sell targets as well, if we wanted to do some active trading. Now, obviously, me and Chris, we don't actively trade, but we do like to look for pockets of places where we might want to actually accumulate quite heavily. And there are a couple of things here with MTV that we could potentially do this, right? So obviously down here, this actually was scoped out between 0.0068 and 0.0076. Now, obviously with the recent pullback, we actually pulled down a little bit lower than this, and I still feel that there's potentially, some more downside still to come across the market, not just MTV specifically. So it'll be interesting to see how MTV does hold up. Now, in terms of this move to the upside, there are a couple of things that we should be aware of, and that's the invalidation point. This invalidation point for MTV in this particular area would come in just down here at about 0.0059. Okay, so if the price of MTV actually drops down below that point, then this potential trade is completely off the cards and we need to reanalyze what's going on. Okay, but until then, there is potential for an upside with this ABC move. Okay, and this buy zone in here actually can be extended down potentially all the way down now into that 0.0059 zone. So obviously you potentially want to wait as that stochastic RSI is looking to rise up a little bit here. With MTV, I expect some volatility and I'm expecting us to come back down into this lower range. So our buy zone will potentially be all the way down here, actually finding support and creating a double bottom before potentially moving on up. And if this is the case, and we actually do have this down here, our C wave target is basically the same as our A wave high. Okay, so basically we won't get that same kind of appreciation. Now, obviously what this effectively means is that if you sold here to buy back down here and you ride it back up here, effectively you can kind of double dip, effectively basically taking in a few of these percentage points, which would run from the bottom here up to about the top of about 96%, right? Which is a pretty good kind of return on investment. So again, you could have saved yourself a pretty good amount of pain during this particular pullback. Alternatively, of course, you could have sold here and bought double the amount back at this point to ride back up again. And obviously, we'd have to analyze what happens at that point there afterwards. Of course, this is all subject to whatever goes on with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin continues to kind of pull back and it drops down lower than some of the areas that I would have anticipated, i.e. it invalidates the moves that are going on with BTC, then you should expect more and pretty heavy downside for MTV as well. Okay, so for that, we want to be kind of really cautious at this point, really watching out for any invalidations and making sure that we act accordingly. Obviously, if you're super long on MTV, then it really doesn't matter too much, and all these are opportunities to basically build better positions ahead of the next run to the upside. If, of course, you're put a fair amount of cash into MTV and you're wanting to basically protect your portfolio, then you're going to want to actively trade some of these areas as this volatility does appear. In terms of volatility, there's huge opportunity, okay, and it all depends on your perspective on it. A lot of people actually really like the red days, Chris included, because you can get into positions super cheap and then actually ride them up on whether they are a bounce or a new all-time high or whatever it is. As long as you've got a good understanding of kind of your percentage gains that you're looking for and you're looking to kind of manage that, you should actually be able to trade this volatility pretty comfortably and actually take advantage of a lot of the fear that's currently out there. They often say that you should be greedy when others are fearful, and you should be fearful when others are greedy. Okay, so in a market like this, where there's extreme fear out there, this is a huge opportunity and some huge discounted rates. Obviously, as I said, Bitcoin still has not invalidated its position and is still looking at new all-time highs. So until Bitcoin's actually invalidated, i.e. going down lower than $28,000, pretty much most of these altcoins are just still kind of mirroring what Bitcoin is doing. And right now, that's actually a really positive sign. Along with other metrics I also spoke about in our Bitcoin update, basically, a lot of these altcoins, including MTV, are potentially primed and ready for a big move to the upside, along with Bitcoin, as things start to take traction in 2022. Obviously, we do have to be mindful Obviously, you know, anything can happen in crypto, and we want to make sure that we kind of safeguard ourselves the best that we can. And we want to make sure that we're comfortable with what we hold and the potential outcomes. Right now, you know, we are not 100% certain whether or not we are going to break that 28k range. I do not anticipate it doing so, not considering a lot of the other indicators that are out there. But again, as I said, anything is possible. And if that is the case, then I would expect MTV to be crashing pretty hard. So we want to make sure that, you know, you protect yourself in regards there. I don't mean just by putting stop losses and things like that in place, but I mean by actively kind of watching what is going on with the market, making sure that you're fully aware of the kind of the moves that are going on a much bigger macro scale, and then obviously feed that into your own strategies. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more on that, check out the Discord server. We're in there pretty much every single day. Lots of different chat rooms, a fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. If you're looking for more around strategy, accumulation, bear markets, buy, sell, signals, then check out the Patreon services. All that's in the link in the description down below. And again, you know, we'll be constantly updating our analysis for our members as well. But for MTV right now, we are right at this kind of bottom zone, but we are expecting a little bit more volatility. And then from here, we are looking for a good push to the upside. So if this is a flat correction, and then we are looking to come back up into where we were previously. Again, this would effectively just be a double top. Again, that would be another bearish signal where we would expect reversal at that point as well. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Just a nice, brief, quick video update on what is going on with MTV here. If you have found it useful, you guys know what to do. If you are new to the channel, then, you know, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, and you are going to be kept up to date with absolutely everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Right, with all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.